Hi Virgo, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. How? Leo started off with the same card. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo, maybe a significant Leo placement in your chart. It's the Knight of Wands. Wow, this is very, very similar. Very, very similar to the Leo reading. So do you feel suspicious of your own intentions or somebody's intentions around you? You may feel like you can't trust someone. This is someone that that you would have some sort of contract or commitment with, and you think that they're not like following through on their end with this. Could be in a relationship with someone and be worried that they may be involved in with other people. I'm gonna get further and see though. Yeah, I'm looking at the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck connected with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords speaks about like deception, dishonesty, someone not being upfront with you, and you may just like have a feeling about somebody that you're connected with. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It's like somebody that you're expecting some form of consistency even from, and feeling like they're not holding up on their end. But this could be something that you're worried about too. It's like you made a commitment with someone and now like you're looking around at other people and being like, maybe it was too soon even. So yeah, that's so funny. This is the only major arcana here. It's Leo. Maybe you are dealing with a Leo. Again, this can be that aspect of your chart. I feel like something is making you even feel like you're not properly taking care of yourself. Like you could be in some sort of situation with someone and you're so concerned with what they're doing that you're not actually checking in with yourself and what your needs are. And maybe you're also wanting to focus your shift your focus onto this, onto you and your self-care and what brings you a sense of happiness and joy. Yeah, you may have had an opportunity, that you didn't take. Ooh, I'm getting another message. So for some of you, there could be somebody coming through and like wanting your attention or wanting something physically with you, or something that they want from you. They want to have fun with you, but you may be shying away from this because you know that this is an inconsistent energy, and so there's a sense of being like, I'm not going back to that, like not doing another dance with this person. I'm seeing this as well. It looks like something tempting. Yes, something tempting, but it's something that you may feel would sabotage like your progress and your growth. Like maybe you even made a promise to yourself, like, I'm not getting involved with that person again, and now they're coming back around. I'm hearing to check you out. So it may be something that you're like, you know what, I know I'd be compromising my self-care and like these rules that I've made for myself if I connect with this person again. As I said before though, this feels like something that would be tempting, but you also know that it's not something healthy. Like it wouldn't be something beneficial for you. You may recognize it's not in alignment with what you believe to be right for you, which only you can know for yourself personally. But yeah, some of you have been very much guided not to reconnect with this person. And you know that is what I'm hearing. Like for your own sake, I suppose. It seems like this person wouldn't be upfront with you. And you may have had like some issues with them in the past because of this. Maybe just a matter of different priorities as well. It's like, I'm seeing this person come through, you know, when the Knight of Wands comes through, the Knight of Wands is somebody very magnetic and attractive and charming, like someone really suave. And so there's a sense of being like, yeah, I feel excited about that, or like it elicits things from me. However, I know that like maybe emotionally, mentally, that wouldn't be something for me to get involved in, because I'm seeing a sense of conflict. It's like, you know that you're going to say no, or at least are leaning in that direction, yet you still feel conflicted about this. There's a sense of like wavering still and going back and forth, but then I'm seeing a decision be made for you to move away from it altogether. Because you may also be realizing that like in a moment, I think that we always know what's right for us as far as a decision to make. However, when we go back and forth, it's usually because we may not want to do what we already know we're meant to be doing. And that's where the back and forth comes from. So it's like you may know in your heart that you're not meant to connect with someone. However, they come back and it feels appealing. And so you're like, well, maybe I should. Yet you already know that it's not a good situation for you to be involved in. But you're like, well, why am I going back and forth? And it's because you may not want to listen to what your intuition is telling you. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. But I'm getting at the bottom line of it. You don't trust this person, and that it feels like that's what makes the decision ultimately for you. Because is it worth it to be around someone that you can't take them at their word? And this person, for some of you, may also like already be with someone too. For some of you. I feel as well, I feel like you may be gravitating more towards, like, rather than relationships, rather than like romantic relationships, you may more so be gravitating towards relationships that are like platonic, yet they feel supportive. I feel like you're on a self-care journey as well. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm also seeing Taurus here. And when we get into Taurian energy, it's very much about like self-care and what brings you comfort, and what are you doing for yourself, and what are your needs, and how are you meeting them, what's going on in the home, how are you taking care of things at home, and like your responsibilities, the things that you want to be nurturing, the things you want to give attention to. I feel like you're also recognizing that you have more control in this situation than maybe you had thought previously about how things turn out. Also about the direction that you're going in. I feel like you're also maybe recognizing that your self-reflection is on another level. Maybe feeling like it's upgraded in relation to like past experiences that you've had. Like maybe you wouldn't have stopped to think about certain things, and you just would have gone ahead with it and then been like, how did I get stuck in this situation again? And now there's more so like more of a reflection and being like, you know what, if I think about this, I can actually control and drive the direction of where I'm taking things and where I'm going and what I'm involving myself within too. And it feels like it's because you're listening to your intuition, and you're listening to what your needs are as well, and doing your best to meet them. You may have also been like questioning how much progress you were making too, but it seems like you've made a lot of progress, even though there's still some unknown factors as well. And maybe you're also trying to figure out like where you want to go now, because you could be feeling like you want to take things, take a next step with something, and you're trying to figure out like where you're being called as far as that's concerned. In this spread, I'm looking at the sun, which is Leo, Taurus, Aries, Virgo, Sagittarius. I'm also looking at Pisces on the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing flashy. You may be focusing on your self-talk space too, because it seems like you're getting closer to something that you want, or you've been like working towards something, but there may be a little voice in your head that's telling you that you're not making progress, or that you're not getting closer to what you want, or that you can't obtain or achieve what it is that you're working towards. I'm seeing this be related to your like emotional and spiritual well-being. Maybe you're also catching yourself being kind of critical about where you stand emotionally, as well. It's like maybe because something isn't so clear cut. I don't know, you could be getting a little bit down on yourself because of something going on, or like maybe even more easily influenced by someone around you. It looks like there's some type of residual pain or like even anger that you may have recognized you were holding on to that was somehow affecting like your stability or like maybe your general well-being. It looks like there may be a perspective shift that's happening relating to you needing to take control rather than kind of throwing your arms up and allowing things to happen. It's like where you can take control, you may be focusing more so on that. Because surrender is good when you can't really change anything about a situation and you need to just like be okay with what's going on and accept what's going on. However, there are certain situations where you actually can be in control, and it looks to me like there's a thought that's happening about how you can take control, when you can take control, where you can take control of situations, especially related to like your goals and what you're trying to build for yourself and what you want and your happiness. And also not talking yourself out of creating the things that you want. Yeah, the way that the cards have fallen very much is paralleling Leo's reading. So if you feel inspired, definitely check that out. It may be like the other half of this story for you, for some of you. I'm seeing clarity, like if something becomes much more clear to you, something that had maybe been, yeah, it looks like some situation you had been in that you couldn't completely make out now comes to center focus for you. And I'm seeing there be kind of a recognition that something is coming to an end and making a final decision with something here. Like this feels like a very big decision, but before you may not have had all of the information you needed in order to make a decision, and it seems like you have that information now and you can make a decision for yourself about what you want to do with an opportunity that's presented itself to you, and recognizing that you're in charge of how this is going to go. Yeah, I'm seeing it almost be like, because this person comes through for you, so whether this is someone you've had history with or this is a new person, it's like someone comes through, you're already like questioning their behavior maybe because of your past history with them or because of the way that they come through and address you. Because I'm seeing that you may be more so focused on like wanting consistent relationships, this person would come through in a way that would not really support that. And so there's a recognition that if you start something with someone, your expectations are not going to be met. It's going to end in a situation where you're not going to feel good about it. It's something that, again, is just not in alignment with what you want. So there's the chance of getting hurt by a situation, unless you would adjust to this other person's agenda, because it seems like you would want more from them than like they would be willing to give even to you in a situation. And I'm seeing too that there's progress you've been making as far as your stability, ending cycles that are unhealthy for you, and you making a final judgment call on this energy, what you want to do about it, is going to help bring you closer to what you want, and feeling satisfied emotionally, and also feeling like you're the one that's in charge of how this is going. So rather than like life happening to you, it's more so like you taking control and steering the ship and feeling better because of that. I'm looking at Mercury, Pluto, and Pisces here. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.